Happening today, a former Savannah police officer charged with murder is due in court today. Ernest Ferguson will be arraigned on charges including felony murder for the June 2022 shooting death of Saudi Lee. News 3's Genevieve Lund is live at the courthouse downtown with the details. Genevieve, good morning.
Good morning. There are new developments in the case regarding Ernest Ferguson here today, and this case has stirred up a lot of emotion and questions regarding police accountability. Here's what we know so far. Ferguson has now surrendered to police with the upcoming bond hearing and body camera evidence set to take center stage in the case. Body cam footage shows Ferguson firing 4 shots at Saudi Lee in the back during a chase in Carver Village. That footage is expected to play a big role in the case as prosecutors argue it contradicts Ferguson's claim that Lee was a threat and cites his prior arrests. Meanwhile, Ferguson's defense says he acted out of fear for his own safety and is not a threat. Now the former SPD officer has an arraignment hearing here today at 2:30 on felony murder and 7 additional charges. Meanwhile, DA Shalina Cook-Jones weighed in on the case just a few weeks ago.
We consider the body cam footage to be a critical piece of evidence in this case. I do want to remind the public that there is no statute of limitations on a homicide.
Now, some key details to note from the case is that prosecutors say Lee is a legal gun owner and was running away unarmed when shot. Ferguson's defense claims he acted out on a perceived threat, and Ferguson has a history of arrests. This case has sparked a lot of emotions. Lee's family is still seeking justice more than 2 years later. We'll bring more information to you from the courthouse later this afternoon. Reporting downtown at the courthouse, Genevieve Lund, WSAV News 3, on your side.
Genevieve, thank you. Continuing coverage today, a parole hearing for a South Carolina mother accused of murdering her 2 children in 1994 is set for tomorrow. Susan Smith has served 30 years of a life sentence. Under the law, at the time of her sentencing, anybody convicted of murder would be eligible for parole after serving 30 years. Smith made headlines when she falsely claimed she was carjacked by a black man with her 3-year-old and 14-month-old children still in the car. Their bodies were later found in a lake. The fate of Leilani Simon, the Chatham County mother convicted of killing her young son, will be decided this week. Her sentencing is Thursday in Chatham County. Her 20-month-old son Quentin was reported missing in 2022. His remains were found 6 weeks later in a landfill. Simon was convicted of several charges earlier this year, including murder. She now faces life in prison.